back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And I am joined today by my co-hosts Brian and Amanda, and also joined today by a special guest, Nick Edwards. Welcome, Nick.
What's happening? What's going on?
Awesome. Things are awesome. Everything's awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about Logan, as y'all might have figured out from the thumbnail of the stream. But first, I'm going to pull up, Nick, if you want to introduce yourself, and we're going to talk about your new project first.
Yeah, sure. So my newest book is called The Apostasy. It's currently live on Kickstarter right now. We'll be live until December 1st, which is cool. And the really quick pitch is a lone wolf and cub set in hell, which is why I wanted to talk about Logan, because that's another lone wolf and cub story as well. But it's really great. 48 pages, mostly black and white with some stylized coloring. Worked with an artist named Dave Schuler on this book, who was really awesome and just also a really cool guy too. And we're really excited about it. And we got the book funded in just about 5 hours after it went live, which was pretty sweet.
Wow,
and,
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so yeah, just happy about it and excited to get it out in the world.
Excellent. So the colors, the is it mostly yellows and oranges, or do you got other colors in here? Because
there will be some other colors in there too, a little bit of everything.
Oh, nice. Just punctuating your art. It looks great.
Oh yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, it looks great because Dave does great work. But yeah, I mean, when we started talking about how we wanted the book to look like, I think I had just done like a reread of Frank Miller's Sin City, and so I was just like, man, that book looks so cool with the black and white with a little bit of color. So I was like, what if we did something like that? And then we tried to, do something similar with the lettering too, giving different characters different color speech bubbles and text and everything. So it was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, looks really fun. I like the art style. It's very, it gives me a little bit of the vibes of. Did you see Wolfwalkers? The movie Wolfwalkers. Like it kind of is giving me the vibe of that animation.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that one's on Apple TV, but yeah, it kind of some of the art is giving me that kind of feel.
Sweet.
Not the story at all, though. The story is probably nothing like
story.
it. So let's see. Do you want to talk at all? Well, you did talk about yourself. Is it just you and Dave on this?
Yeah, this is a two-man project right here. So me and my other buddy, his name is Scott Beecher. We co-run a comics label together, Unearthly Comics. And Scott is an awesome artist too. I've done 2 graphic novels with him. And while he's working on another one right now, Dave and I kicked this project off a couple years ago. So it's nice to make a new friend and work with new people too. But yeah, this really was a 2-man band for this book.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out some of these rewards. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa. You are charging $10 for 48 pages of a digital? What are you doing? What are you doing? You should be charging like at least 15. That's crazy. Guys, come on. $10 for a digital, go back it.
It just, get people, anybody can read the book anywhere. Shipping doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's a crazy price, though. That's a crazy low price. That's a good deal. That's, wow.
Well, cool. I'm happy you think so. For a second, I thought you were about to go the other way.
No. I
people
charged
off.
$12 for like half those pages. So you're really giving your people a good deal. Hey, John. John's here.
Well,
Stop clicking it, Brian.
I'm not trying to annoy you this time.
Okay, you know what? You do the comments. I'm not touching the comments now. You do the comments. There. Now we fixed it. Okay. So, and then $15 for a physical. That's a good. And then, okay, so like you said, 48 pages, right? I didn't hallucinate that, right? Like 40.
No, 48 pages.
Yeah, you. That's a really good deal. Like that's a really good price.
try not to break the banks for folks. I mean, it's hard out there, so we want to make sure it's accessible to people. And also, though, like a funny joke that I like to tell is, I always tell people like, oh, I really got into making independent comics for the money.
Yeah.
Because there's so much money to be made in indie comics.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, try to make it a relatively accessible price point.
Yeah, and it's getting people to read the comic. Well, let's be honest. Like that's what we just want you all to love us. The creators,
Right.
we all just want you to love us, and we want you to love our stories and our characters that we love too. So getting, charging $15 for 48 pages. That's a good way to get people to see your characters. So that's a really good deal.
Hopefully so.
Okay.
Hopefully
Oh,
so.
and you've got this, and this guy reminds me of what's Tim Curry's character from that? It's Tim Curry and Tom Cruise. He's got the
Yeah.
big giant horns, but I think he's Satan in that. The hell's the name of that movie?
I don't
I know
know.
which one you mean.
Shit.
I know which
Oh,
one you
Rocky
mean.
Horror. I'm just kidding.
When Tom Cruise rides in on a motorcycle and gets chopped up.
Legend. The name of the movie is
Legend.
Legend.
That's it.
And that he's nothing like that character in here. But it's just like
Right.
he's just got vaguely the shape of the head and the horns and stuff. Very
Check out
cool
those
though,
abs.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, that the artist Sean Koss did our variant cover, and
It's pretty.
is he's the real deal, man. He's awesome. And Dave just happened to know him, so Sean did it out of the goodness of his heart, which is very, very cool and looks great. And so we've got reward tiers. You can opt into either cover for $15, or you can do both for $25.
$25 for both covers. I don't think I'm gonna get over the fact that you've got such a good deal on your books.
Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, and then if you want to talk deals, just anybody who's
Yeah, that's
who's
crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah, because I've done my first book that I did. I printed shortly before I decided to go remote and live out of my car and drive around the country. So for 2022, I drove around the country with a box of graphic novels in the back of my car, and I would just go to different comic book shops, and I would just walk in and say like, hey, do you have any shelf space for like indie stuff? And most of the time, and sorry if you can hear sirens, by the way, I live in Hell's Kitchen in the middle of Manhattan, so this is just what it sounds like all the time. Ones who would take it, a lot of them, it was just on consignment, but ones who would take it were like, man, if you can get anywhere below half cover price, that just makes you more appealing. So that's just what we try to do for any retailers who want to opt in.
That's awesome, yeah. Oh, you got stickers.
We got stickers.
Can't go wrong with stickers.
And this is taking some of Dave's art from the book that then he went and fully colored, which is cool. And who doesn't love stickers, right? I put stickers on everything. Love them. And I'm
I love stickers. I
man.
keep mine in a little box because I'm too anxious to stick them anywhere. So
Oh, really?
that's got to be
no.
some kind of mental illness I should be seeing somebody about, right? It's
No.
like I'm so anxious I can't put stickers down because that's too permanent.
I get it. They're precious little items.
They are. I just like the blue dude. I don't know his story yet. I'm gonna find out, but I don't know his story yet. But like he's got like the cool horns and he's got a face in his stomach, which
He's a pretty bad guy. We'll say that if you couldn't tell just by how he looks. But
There were hints.
Dave is really cool because when I first met him, I met him at an arts festival, or an arts fair outside of Pittsburgh. And he had a bunch of his art on display. He was a vendor there, and all of his art was like creepy monsters and like scary creatures and things like that. And it was like really creepy and weird in like the best way. And so I was immediately drawn to it. And so in the script, I knew there were going to be like scary demons and stuff. So with a lot of them, I was just like, I didn't even give any direction on like their appearance or anything. And I was just like, dude, like, have fun. Knock
oh
yourself
man,
out. And like
That's the
that
best
was,
kind of artist to work with that you don't have to give notes to. Oh,
I know,
love it.
I know, and that was one of them. So like when I started to get those pages back, I could see him like design like just this from his imagination. Like it was really really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. These
yeah.
guys look awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks.
And then just like the pensive little, I don't know, the little purple hair kid over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a kid, but it looks kiddish to me.
She is a
Isn't it?
kid.
Okay.
She is a kid. Her name is Katie, and she is the cub in our Lone Wolf and Cub story.
Oh, okay, cool.
And yeah, she's a really interesting character. That they're her dynamic with our protagonist is kind of like the crux of the book. And yeah, so she's fun to write for sure. And we got a bookmark. Who doesn't like a bookmark? This is actually just again a panel from the book that Dave took and fully colored. So bookmarks are fun.
Excellent choice on panels. I know I didn't look at the inside of your book except for what's on here so far, but I feel like that's an excellent choice for a bookmark.
Yeah, thanks. So
And
people
then,
can
look
get
at
either or both just as an add-on to any tier. And what we decided to do too, I haven't put this on the campaign page yet. I need to do that.
Sure.
But we are going to be, since we passed our goal so quickly and then we raised some more too, we're giving all backers for no additional charge are going to get an 11x17 version of like a poster printout of just the cover. Just as like another way to say thank you as well.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, that's
excited about
great.
that.
Well, cool. And do you have any other plans for other stories coming up here? Like
Oh, yeah.
more apostasy, more other titles? Do you have any other? What are you doing after this?
What am I doing after this? So
Yeah.
for the apostasy, probably not anything anytime soon. Don't want to say never, but like Dave is a really busy guy. He's also got some like less than 1-year-old children at home. His wife gave birth to twins earlier this year. Very happy for him.
Oof.
But he's taken
A
some
lot of
more of
work.
his time to focus on that after
As he
doing
should.
this. Yeah, of course, as he should. So, and I wouldn't want to do a potential sequel to the apostasy with anybody else. If we revisit that in the future, it's definitely not something I would be opposed to, but that'll be more of a we'll see when that happens kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the first graphic novel that I did was a slasher book called Gator Man Kills, and I did that with Scott Beecher, who I mentioned earlier. And Scott is currently in the middle of drawing Gator Man Returns. So we are doing a sequel to our first book, which is it's going to be a lot of fun. Both Scott and I are like horror and slasher geeks, and so getting to write these like fun pulpy slasher stories is always just like a blast. It's so much fun. But
Cool.
that'll be that won't be coming out any if we got that out into a completed state at any point next year, that would be in my book a huge win. But these things take time, so you never know.
Could you be persuaded to put either digital or physical copies of Gator Man onto the apostasy as add-ons? Because I know some people who might be interested.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could twist my arm. We're actually in the process of saving up for another physical print run because we are, so it would be
Awesome.
digital for sure. But yeah.
Digital. I'm a digital girl, so I would if you put up digital copies, I would definitely take one.
Right on. Okay.
Digital girl
Yeah.
as opposed to a material girl?
Exactly. Because we are living in a digital world.
That we are.
All right. Okay. Let's stop sharing screen. How do we do this? There we go. Okay. So, you picked Logan.
Yes.
Now, I had never seen Logan before last night. Was that the case with you two as well?
Yes, never seen it.
I saw it
And that's
when it came out. Again,
yeah.
big X-Men fan.
Okay, yeah.
Right on.
Well, I don't know why I didn't because I also I liked X-Men. I like X3. I liked that movie. I'm a big enough X-Men fan that I liked that movie, even though
Wow.
everybody talked about how garbage it was. And I agree it was kind of a garbage film, but I went there and I liked it and I watched it and I liked it. Okay,
And it's
so
X-Men. So
Yeah,
yeah.
That is cool that you can say that so like freely and proudly.
I didn't-
That is pretty.
I didn't love it. Okay, guys,
Pretty
just so
amazing.
we're clear, I didn't love
Sure.
it, but
But
and
you
it's-
liked it.
It is a well-known fact that I love bad movies, so I don't think in my particular case that I have to defend myself. So, because
No,
everybody
okay.
knows I like shitty movies. So,
That's great.
really?
I like so many bad things too. So I can appreciate it.
So Logan, decidedly not a bad movie as far as I'm
No.
concerned. I do not think that is a bad movie. I think it's a very good movie. Surprised that I hadn't watched it, honestly. So here's what I'm gonna do. I want you at any point where you want to interject why, because the point here is like the thing that we want to do here is try and get people to come read your book too. So at any point, when there's a thing about Logan that is like the apostasy, I want you to just go ahead and jump in with that and tell us about it and tell us why, just more reasons why everybody watching should read your book. So with that being said, opening thoughts. Brian, do you want to start?
This might be my least favorite X-Men movie. Like, it was so bleak. And
It was. Okay, there's that.
I'm not a big fan of bleak movies, and I really don't like watching like people declining and
Sure.
suffering mentally and stuff like that. So that was really hard to watch. To the credit of everyone in it, they did it really well. So yeah, it was kind of like a cactus that I love and hold tightly to my chest, but it stabs me the whole way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yeah, agreed. Amanda, what are your opening thoughts?
My opening thoughts are that Logan is a scorched earth extended death scene of two X-Men dying slowly from their own powers that just leaves you with no hope and forces you to abandon superheroes and the idea of a better society.
Yeah. So kind of same sort of thing, like bleak. Get it. Okay. Nick, opening thoughts.
Yeah, my favorite thing about it is that it's not a superhero movie. It's a western, really.
Yeah, it is.
But
Almost
it
apocalyptic.
it
An odyssey.
is. It's well, how we kind of like live in a non-apocalypse now. Like we have faced like
For
some
now.
as like just like in real life, we've faced like some apocalyptic things.
Mhm.
Faced a global pandemic that killed over 1 million Americans, right? We're who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And Logan felt like that, like because you had all these like little like subtle world building things. Like at one point, the Donald Pierce character has that great line of like tigers being extinct, and that's just like it like informs you about just like where's the world at in there. But also it has like people just like going like living their lives, like going to the casino or like being farmers and stuff. And so I do think it feels for a movie about mutant telepaths and super soldiers and all that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is definitely super bleak though. Agreed on the tone.
Yeah.
But I really love it. I think it's one of the best X-Men movies, and I think it might be the best X-Men movie.
Yeah. I think that distinction should be made. Brian didn't say it was a bad X-Men movie. He said it was the one he liked the least. That's a
Fair.
distinction to make.
Yes, yeah.
I
I'll
want
say it's
superheroes
bad.
and I want
Also, it's not an
escapism.
X-Men movie. So
I
you.
would say that I would argue that it's not an X-Men movie. It's a movie about Logan specifically. And that, yes, technically he's an X-Men. Like it's about
It's
him.
about
It's not
Logan
about
and
the
Xavier.
X-Men. Yeah.
And it is about the X-Men, though, about the
Yeah.
death of the X-Men.
Yeah, and that's
all superheroes.
So the thing, I share all the sentiments. It's a bleak movie. It was hard to watch. Not of the movies that we've done for this show, not the hardest to watch. That definitely still
Definitely
goes to
not.
Don't Look Up, a movie that one of us couldn't even finish, by the way. Yeah, bleak as hell. But the thing, okay, so as sad as this whole movie was, it did kind of end on a slightly hopeful note because the new little batch of mutants managed to escape, and we want to hope that they escaped to Canada to a better life. So like you can argue, I'm like, we don't. It kind of pissed me off that we didn't get to see them actually get to safety. That kind of pissed me off, but at the same time, Deadpool 3 kind of fucked up the ending, huh? Like it wasn't as powerful an ending anymore.
I mean, I think it could still live on its own, right? Maybe that's a bit of like desperate headcanon, but like I had a blast with Deadpool and Wolverine, a very fun movie. It was kind of like fan service, the movie, but like in my case, like I was the fan in question, so like
And to be fair, the
really
Logan in the
cut it
movie
crack.
didn't. The Logan in Deadpool 3 is not the same Logan that dies. So you can argue that it didn't ruin the ending, but
he did use the dead Logan's corpse as nunchucks,
he did
which so that's pretty cool.
To
That's
a
fun.
fucking NSYNC song.
That's
Come
going
on,
in
guys.
my will. Like, I want that.
Yeah. So, things that we liked about this movie. Like, what are our favorite things about this movie? And Nick, you went last with the last round, so you go first this time.
Yeah, the performances are just awesome, especially Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, like the idea of like anybody who has like lived with relatives or like loved ones like in decline and like just seeing that like it felt like uncomfortable and like really emotional but like we know that Patrick Stewart's a great actor, so no news there. But of course just the central dynamic of Logan and Laura, really, and them like learning to trust each other and learning about each other and bonding. And since you asked me to, I'll tie that into the book, because that's what we see with our two central characters, Gainsbourg and Katie, because he's a demon that works in hell as a torturer, and the book is about, and he's been doing it for like eons and eons, and he works in like the ninth circle of hell, which is where all the wickedest souls on earth get sent to be scourged, right? And so the story is about like what happens when a character like that encounters a soul that he doesn't believe deserves to be there, and that's this young girl, Katie. And so then they decide to basically
a demon with a conscience.
Well, if he's been doing it forever, right? And so and it's something that he loves to do, but if you got to do your favorite thing every day, all day for eternity, like, would you eventually get tired of it? And would you maybe like, I don't know, would the cracks in your faith start to like show a little bit? Maybe like experiencing some self-doubt or something like that. So that I just thought those were interesting questions and kind of try to answer them through like demons in hell and stuff like that. And I think Logan in the movie is also going through, or has gone through. We meet him after his crisis of faith, right? Like he's given up completely when the movie starts and is in a really bad place, like physically, mentally, emotionally, all that. And so I think there's some parallels there too.
Amanda, things we liked about this movie.
It had a very talented cast.
Absolutely, that was mine. You stole mine. Everybody did such a great job in this movie, especially Daphne Keane. That was like it's so easy for a little kid. Like you always forgive them because they're little kids, but like she fucking killed that role, man. It was such a good job. Yeah, that was it. Just the cast. You don't like anything else?
That would be correct.
Okay. All right then. Brian, what'd you like about it?
I guess it's kind of something I loved and hated because the performances were just stellar. Like as soon as Nick said it, I was like, well, there goes my answer. But I think my favorite that I wanted to explicitly point out was the back and forth when Charles and Logan are bickering in the truck fairly early on. They have more charisma together in that scene fighting than I've seen in some rom-coms.
Yeah,
that's very true.
But the thing I liked and hated about this was the world building. It was so believable. It was like that could be us in a few years.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, government's performing a genocide on its own people. That could never happen in the next 2 months. Beyond that, though,
That could never happen right now.
That hasn't happened several times already.
Yeah.
so
a little
yeah,
bit.
and
Ugh.
they did it very well, and that's what made it so bleak because it stopped being escapism.
Yeah. That was definitely something that I, you know, it was like, that was like, it was like, yes, it was done well. Yes, it was very good, but also, don't we get enough of that in the real life?
Ryan,
Like,
I can just turn on the news.
yeah.
So, how about you, Sarah? What'd you like?
Oh, I kind of, well, Amanda stole mine. Like the cast, the chemistry between all of them was amazing. But yeah, Patrick Stewart. Apparently, this is the first role for which he's ever, like, seriously altered his body. He lost like 20 pounds for this role so that he could look like a feeble old man who hadn't been taking care of himself. And it's like the first time he's ever done it. And I was like, well, it paid off. He did look very much like a feeble old man who wasn't taking care of himself. And it kind of was almost jarring because we keep seeing him on the news and like, like just being himself. And he's like, well, that is not the person that acted in this movie. What the hell's going on? But yeah, the big thing is that the actors did a great job and they were given good material too, which again is the love-hate thing again, what Brian said, because like the material they gave was good, but so freaking dark. Ugh. Yes. And yeah, like the fact that could be happening, like it could be something that you could insert in the news and it would not surprise me. So, ugh.
Sadly.
What did we not like so much about this?
I think we should start with Amanda.
Shouldn't we though? We should always start with Amanda for that one.
Well, when it came to this movie, it's a brutal, bleak depiction of a minority group that's being destroyed by corporations and government, but it still somehow managed to center on these two white guys. They managed to have a black family that is then killed just for emotional
they were fridged.
input. They absolutely were fridged in service of the two white guys.
And they couldn't even leave one of them alive. Come on. They didn't leave a single one of them alive. That was probably the most horrible scene in the whole movie.
Same for all of the women of color who were just the uteruses that don't even get a face or a description. They're just kind of disappeared. And the one caregiver that we do get to see smuggle someone out then gets, of course, brutally killed. That would have enhanced the movie to have her alive and help facilitate a lot of the emotional pieces. But nope, had to kill her because, it made a better plot point for the white boys to be doing what they needed to be doing. And the Alzheimer's and dementia doesn't work like that. It's not suddenly lucid for the rest of the movie after you show them being a little less than lucid at the beginning. It's never that
God
convenient.
damn it, Amanda, stop taking my points. Like, that was my point. It's like, that's my big point was like, that's not how dementia works.
And then they just like shoehorned in Shane for some reason.
Yeah.
As a Western that was they made a big pivotal point of Professor X remembering that as a childhood thing, and then that's the whole quote for the burying Logan. And I guess they're trying to make him be Shane to some extent,
yeah,
but it doesn't really work. Like,
I get the parallels between the two movies, but yeah, like just it was shoehorned in there. They could have done that better.
They could have just left it off and gone a different way. Like, you can kind of get the loner guy doing the thing, but like the whole point of Shane and the way that it was portrayed was a very different situation than what was happening in this movie. And in fact, Shane was in service of the encouraging and supporting the dominating society coming in to the West to commit genocide. So, it's not the best, attempt to make a parallel there.
They probably could have selected a better story overall to make their point, and it would have been a better eulogy for Logan too.
Yeah. Mostly I also it just seemed like they did world build, but that they didn't follow their own rules. X-Men were a family, they were a school, they were a group, but somehow Logan's the only one who's taking care of the professor. That would not be at all a thing. He wouldn't have to attack.
Didn't they sort of imply that they were all dead though?
No, they said like 4 or 5 of them were dead. There were lots of X-Men. But somehow, because a few of them died, all of them suddenly would just abandon the professor. Like, Jean Grey basically destroyed the world, but everyone forgave her and moved on with it. I think that some other people would step up. Logan wouldn't have had to recruit Caliban, was it?
Caliban, yeah.
Caliban, and then kind of be mentally abusive to him.
Yeah, they weren't very good to Caliban. Caliban got a raw deal.
Raw
Caliban did
deal.
get a raw deal.
Yeah, very much. So yeah, they're just the physicality of how all that worked with the mental stuff, and then just these kids get like, I think they were intending for it to be passing the torch to the kids, but they just booted the kids through the woods, and then they're off to another society. They had to abandon America completely and go to Canada, where in theory they might not get immediately killed, but probably were immediately killed. Based on how this world building went, those kids didn't survive.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's why they had to cut the movie off where they did, because otherwise they would have had to show what happened to the kids, and I feel like there's a lot of ambiguity on what could have happened there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and the one last thing is, everyone kept saying how this was a movie about Logan accepting he was a father. This was not him accepting he was a father. This had nothing to do with fatherhood. Fatherhood is showing up every day and like doing the things to be a father, not saying at the last minute, oh, hey, we have some genetic material in common, and so I'll try to help you. That's not that. Yeah, it was not.
They probably could have done a better job of showing his growth throughout the movie of becoming a father, because he didn't know this girl existed.
They had like 3 days together.
They didn't. Yeah,
that wouldn't work. My best guess is if they would have paused the movie and did like a 5-year flash forward where they'd been living together for 5 years and he was actually a dad, then I could have bought into it.
But they did trauma bond. There's that. They actually didn't even do a great job of trauma bonding, because she bonded with Charles more than she bonded with Logan, and then she bonded with Logan because she had no other choice. Well, and then Logan was still kind of rejecting her.
Exactly, and Charles is like kind of pushing her to like be the adult in the relationship. Oh, he's gonna want to kill himself. Don't let him. Yes, that's what's good to tell a preteen girl. Yeah. Be the emotional labor of the adult male character.
Yeah, parentifying the kid.
Hard. Yeah.
Fair.
All right. So, Brian, what did you think?
All that plus the way that they defeated or genocided the mutants with corn products suggests a huge national conspiracy that nobody lets slip. And you can't have a conspiracy with more than one person without that secret slipping. So to be like, yeah, we got every farmer and all these things.
It would be impossible.
No fucking way. And that was just the hardest pill to swallow. Like, yeah, we beat it through farming. Okay. Because you've got like 4 farmers in the entire country and they're all like on your secret payroll. No, buddy.
I don't agree. I do think they could have pulled it off, but I do think that the anti-GMO contingency would have made it super hard.
Yeah, because they modified the shit out of that corn, didn't they?
In and they'd be like, "This is modifying your genes and corrupting your babies," and they'd have actually been right.
But it would be one of those worst kept secret type things where like there should have been no questions. Like everybody knows why mutants are not being born, yada yada. And it seemed like it was kind of it was a secret, right? We didn't really know. They alluded to it a bunch.
And yet some lackey in the armed force had that secret and just spilled it like immediately, like, haha, look what I know.
Yeah.
Everyone around is probably like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I could have had fucking laser eyes? Fuck you.
Every fucking bad guy in this one, too. That pissed me off. Like that Canewood people. The mutant people come in and murder the shit out of that family who's trying to hold them up against the bad guy water corn people. And then they're gonna, like, they tried eminent domain. They tried to buy them out, and they still refused, and now they're trying to terrorize them out. And then the mutant people just come in and do their job for them. And you know exactly what's gonna happen to that farm. It's gonna be gone, and the Canewood people are gonna have it, and that sucks, man. This whole movie, the movie is a good movie, but also it sucks. It just sucks. Nick, what did you hate about this movie? Or not like
well,
about this movie?
man, I just want to offer my heartfelt apology to each of you. It sounds like you guys had a really hard time watching this movie.
No, this is the critical
No,
critical.
this is the critical part.
man.
It's fine.
I don't think that Brian and I were doing this show before Amanda was able to join us when we changed the time, and like Amanda is so much better at finding the stuff to be critical of, and sometimes it's a little bit of a bummer, but mostly it's like I like it because, like I said, it helps you become a better writer, a better storyteller. So it's good to take a movie that I like and then just find the weak spots of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did like watching the movie though. So.
It was an
Yeah.
experience, and we got to see someone's vision.
Yeah, sure.
Diplomatic.
Okay, so what you
yeah,
didn't like about
what
it, though.
what I didn't like about it, I agree. The Shane stuff was super heavy-handed and shoehorned.
weird,
in.
yeah.
I didn't think they needed to say a couple times like, "Look, this is like Shane." I felt like that was unnecessary. I also wanted more from the kids.
Yeah, very much so.
I would have
Most
liked
diverse
to-
group of people in the entire movie were those kids,
Yeah.
and we didn't get to see hardly anything from them.
And they made sure that the girl didn't talk for half the movie.
Right.
And then suddenly was basically English perfect as well. It was, way more from the kids would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some of the main things. I think I probably would have liked it to even been like less connected to like the greater like X-Men property and everything like that. Like
It kind of was.
you know, there were some allusions to, you know, the other X-Men and just the X-Men in general and everything like that. And how they would have done that, I don't know, but I kind of would have liked it to maybe stand on its own a little bit more.
I wonder if they had made it so that the X-Men were still around in a different format without them. And so it was just focused on them as like X-Men, if that wouldn't have made it a little better.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. That was a way more concise summary of the movies than we usually do. Usually there's some rabbit holes and shit. What? Now I'm like, well, now what do we do? Yeah, I think that everybody, like, and I feel like anybody who participated in the comments at any point, like, if you, like, I feel like we can all agree this is a dark movie.
Definitely.
Did you feel any light at the end of the tunnel there when the kids got away? Because I was like sitting there going, I want to believe that they made it to safety. I mean, like Amanda said, it's probably not what happened, but like I set the end of that movie, I was like, they wanted to leave us with the ambiguity as a message of hope, but God,
I
it
think
seems
that's
like
what
the
the
whole
movie
world
wants.
hated mutants, right? So why would they allow mutant children who aren't great at controlling their powers or their emotions to?
I think that's what the
run
movie
rampant?
wants you to think. The movie
Yeah.
wants you to think like the kids lived happily ever after in Canada.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, at least some of those kids did not make it anywhere. Like they did not survive that trip.
Canada, the reason
But-
for the Geneva Convention.
Like, yeah, at least some of those kids didn't make it. Like I want to believe they all did, but I'm realistic enough to understand that it didn't happen.
Yeah, some of them went on to become the New Mutants. From that, technically, it's another X-Men movie.
Now, so we brought up Deadpool 3 a little bit there in the beginning, and I want to ask, did you feel like what happens to Laura in Deadpool 3 cheapens what happened to her in Logan? Because she ends up in the void, and it's like,
I mean,
that
that's like comic books, right?
Yeah.
Like you know, you've got these crazy stories that I don't know, just like we have All-Star Batman and Robin, which is like ridiculous and like, you know, arguably dog shit, and then we have like Batman Year One, right? Like just because one exists doesn't mean like we can't like enjoy the other two. So I guess I just like can piecemeal a little bit
Mhm.
differently. I also just like I find it exhausting to get so weighed down in like canon discussions of like what is and isn't canon.
Once
Well,
they established there was multiverse, there is no canon.
yeah,
There's
like,
Right,
what are we doing? Why are we?
I
why
mean,
are we trying to
Deadpool
make sense of all
very
this?
much mocks the whole multiverse concept too. So, and that's why I feel personally that Deadpool 3 did not cheapen Logan, because
I agree.
it's fucking Deadpool, you guys. It's Deadpool. There's no cheapening
It'd all
Deadpool.
be
It's already
just
as cheap
his
as it can
fever
be.
dream.
And it may be the only way that actress will ever get to play that role again. So
True.
at least there was that opportunity.
Which is kind of bullshit because she fucking killed that. She
Right?
killed
It
it.
was
She deserves to be.
amazing.
Yes, she like there's some kind of petition out there to bring her back as X-23 in some point. I will sign the shit out of that.
I wouldn't be shocked if she showed up in one of these Avengers movies coming up. I mean, they're
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they're all owned by Disney now, right? Everything's owned
and
by
they are
Disney.
plumbing the depths of this IP. Like we're getting
They are.
Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler again. Nothing's off the table.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, by the way. I'm not sure how I felt about him being Nightcrawler the first time. So, do we like Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler? I didn't hate it. I feel there's probably a better choice. Is my thoughts on it. But like, he's a great actor, so I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
And also, it's been a really long time since I've seen it, and I reserve the right to modify my decision if I watch those movies again. So.
And it would also be interesting to see if they gave him good dialogue and story to work
Yeah,
with.
right.
Like,
Yeah, he was definitely very much a side character
yeah.
before, so. Anyway.
Yep.
I guess let's do the quiz, shall we? Nick, I know you have to take off here.
I do have to jump. So
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
suggesting,
joining us.
Logan.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for coming. You're welcome back next time when you get next Gatorman going. Like, well, you can absolutely jump on. I'm curious to hear what your movie pick will be for Gatorman.
it'll be something you guys will hate even more. So
Eric-
watch out.
Well,
It'll be
as long as it's not
a terrible
depressing,
film.
it should be okay.
Well, here's the
There's a
thing
lot of good
about
opportunities.
Or
like
staffed by really bad, nasty actors.
we had.
Yeah, terrible.
That's a Woody
performance.
Allen film.
Let's do
Right.
Alone in the Dark, you guys. I like Alone in the Dark. So like, if you go on worst to best, like Alone in the Dark's gonna be here right below Birdemic. Okay, it's like sorry, Birdemic.
We're doing Velocipaster.
Yes, there we go.
Velocipaster!
Hey, at least
Yes!
it's self-aware.
Right. Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, now you're welcome back. Absolutely,
Okay.
you are already welcome back.
Just pick some cryptid movie. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely. I wish somebody would pick Velocipaster or Repligator. Repligator's
not
about like
Repligator.
stripper
Yeah,
mutant
it's
gators. It's so bad.
Stupid Skinamax.
Love all these shitty movies, you guys. All right.
All right, guys.
Well, yes, thank you so
right.
much for coming, and
Take care.
yeah, good luck on your campaign. You got some time left. I hope you crush it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nick.
Yeah. Those watching, back the apostasy on Kickstarter. Thanks, guys. Peace
Down
out.
there and in the comics. Have a good night.
Bye.
And everybody else, if you're still watching, you can certainly jump in here.
John, get on Book It.
And so, if anybody who watches this stuff after the fact, I know there's like one or two weirdos that watch these things after they're live. I can't get into live streams after they're live. Is that a me thing, or is that just like they're less fun when they're not live?
It's fine to put on. Like if I'm sometimes when I'm journaling what I've done here, I'll let it play in the background.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's-
I'm not. I can't. If I can't catch a live stream when it's live, it's hard to watch. But
It's a
not
different
nearly
type of
as fun.
engagement for sure.
Yeah.
Does it then feel like it could have been a memo instead of a meeting?
Yeah.
play this-
Exactly. Anyway, so because so this is what I'm thinking, and like anybody who's listening right now and wants to chime in, we do our mega quiz at the end of the year. We did one in June, and we're doing another one at the end of the year. And so I was thinking about doing like a slideshow style without any multiple choice, and all of the players are just the people who come to the live stream, and we're gonna play with multi-buzzer. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's literally just an online buzzer. I host a game, you guys log into the game, and then you hit the buzzer like a game show, basically.
Do they have to hear you verbalize the question before they buzz? Because I think some people get a different buffer. Like Twitch might be closer to live versus YouTube.
So the people who are actually in the stream are not going to have that problem, but
Right.
But that does mean that the people watching the game could not play. It does mean that.
Okay.
It just, because the 15 to 30 second lag, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even be consistent. If
But-
it was just them or just us, then.
Yeah, the reason that I'm sort of thinking about that is because it would kind of be fun and new and would be a little more game showy than this.
Yeah.
And, I'm not gonna lie, you don't play with us. You gotta play the quiz with us. You gotta play the quiz with us, you guys. There's, so like I was thinking about that might be more fun to watch. And we do have to do a test run at some point because I want to make sure that we don't have too much lag. So we'll do a test run. But I got
Stuff on sometime soon.
yeah, actually, Seth is coming back for the Die Hard thing. Yeah,
Ed and Dash are coming back, so
Ed and Dash are coming back next week. Ed and
I'll
Dash are
give you
coming back.
four
Yeah.
guinea pigs.
Yeah, and we could do the quiz as that, but then the winner is just gonna be somebody who is already watching, and that would mean more if I actually was caught up on my stickers, but you're getting these for free, you guys. So you're gonna have to deal with them being late.
All right, we're gonna have to start haranguing you.
Well, to be fair, they're all in various stages of completion, and my goal is this weekend. I have to commit 4 hours to doing some woodworking, but then after that I was like, can I just do some drawing?
Yeah.
And that would be great if I could do that. So nobody bother me from Friday night at approximately 5 o'clock until Monday morning, okay?
Sounds
All
like a
right.
plan.
It's not gonna happen.
No-
I just,
no D&D
I
this
just
Friday,
all but
then.
I just all but ensured that it wasn't gonna happen. So, all right, it looks like it's just gonna be you two for this game. So,
Let's
are we
do it.
ready? All right.
Watch
3, 2,
Amanda
1.
obliterate me this week.
You know that won't happen.
Oh, we can breeze through this if it's just you two playing.
Yeah.
We can also chat about the questions if you have a comment that pops into your head. Oh, they had to put the ailment questions. This is random, and it still popped them right together. I have no idea what order I actually wrote them in either. And the
Who?
answer to that question is, who the hell is
Yeah.
Will Munson?
Correct.
Just kind of like, who killed a lot of people? X-24 was on a slaughter roll.
The horse people. That's who Will Munson is.
Oh,
The
that's-
horse
yeah, Munson,
guy.
right. I didn't know the name of this movie. I was looking it up while
Oh my god. I
everyone
knew
was
it and I was
speaking.
like I wasn't quite quoting the whole thing, but I had to watch that movie like 10,000 times as a kid. And that the little boy at the end of the movie is just Shane. Oh god, it's just it's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a whole thing. Amanda's kind of smoking you today.
Oh.
Okay. I tried to put Caliban can control the sea because that's a nod to the Shakespeare Caliban, and I
Very
bet
nice.
nobody caught that. Nobody of the two people who are reading the
Well,
quiz right
reading
now.
fast. There's no time
Wow,
to
I tapped
enjoy.
3 times before it took it.
Oh no.
The previous one of the previous ones did that to me too.
Ugh. Are we having problems? We were doing so well with Book It, and now it's gonna screw with us again. Rude.
Rude.
Oh, you did pop ahead of Amanda with that question,
That's
though.
why.
Yeah, because of the stupid lag. I did not even challenge you guys with this one, did I? Like, not even challenging you.
We watch movies critically for critical fiction.
No. I was trying to figure out what you meant by that. It's like
What? Yeah, what actor plays two different characters? I should
Yeah.
reword that for the.
I
quiz,
honestly didn't think he played the other character. I just thought they had a body double that they just put some CGI on.
In some scenes, it really looked like it. Like, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
There's
know
a
the time at
little bit
all.
of
They did not
Uncanny
reference
Valley.
the year. They're just like, I'm 91. It's been 50
They did.
years.
Somebody referenced 2029.
Yes. The car, the limo, was a
I think that was a
2024
26.
model.
Oh yeah, 24.
Sure.
And
24
he was like, and the bad guy, the younger bad guy, not Richard E. Grant, the other bad guy.
Right, but it
He
was
said something about it's 2029.
okay, yeah, I missed that. I heard the 2024 model, and I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. It's 2025, whatever.
The past. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the stories on which this was based, the old Logan series, was I think 2032, which is why I threw that in there to hopefully be a little bit of a tricky trick. But it only works if you've read the comics too.
Yeah, I just went for it because it was the oldest, because 91-year-old Charles Xavier there.
Right. Yeah. That was it. It's just I do feel differently about it now after having listened to Amanda's criticisms. And I agree with them. See, the problem isn't that you criticize. The problem is that I agree with them, and I'm like, shit. Now what?
Yeah.
And like, and
Well, now you're a bad person.
yes, clearly I'm going to hell because
No,
I don't.
I'm the bad person for constantly
But-
pointing things out.
Yeah, well, it's a gift
You
and a
need that
curse, right?
perspective.
Oh, yes.
And also, like I said, it makes us better storytellers by seeing the wrong things about a story and making them right.
Yeah, and
and-
being able to sometimes you have to make a bad decision. So, you do the wrong thing for storyline reasons.
Right.
But it should be knowingly, not unknowingly.
Yes.
It's a
agree.
deliberate choice to do things to advance the plot, that sort of thing.
I
But then
agree.
you should fully understand what you're doing there.
Yeah. And for everybody who watches and then Amanda makes you feel weird about liking a movie, you're still allowed to like the movie. Like you
Oh,
can
yeah.
love the movie all you want. And the point of this isn't to make you hate anything. The point of it is just to make you think a little more critically. Which
Exactly.
isn't a bad thing.
It's
Thinking
not-
critically is a very good thing, especially when you're writing stories. If you want to write good stories, you got to be able to see this shit. Which
Yeah.
again, gift and a curse.
There's definitely some cases where I absolutely want to yuck a yum, but that's like the things that are really disturbing and gross and illegal.
Yeah.
Everything else, this is, just bringing up issues to process through.
Amanda, I have got a book for you.
I started
I've
telling
got a
her
book
about
for you.
movie The Wolverine. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Are you guys gonna watch that one?
I want to
I don't
watch
know.
that one. I already can tell I'll have opinions about it. It's written by two white guys based off of a comic book by two white guys about Wolverine in Japan.
No way that could
And
go
the Silver
wrong.
Surfer, who I'm sure is not misappropriated in any way,
Yeah.
except for the
so-
opposite of everything I just said.
Okay, so everybody go check out The Apostasy. Links in
Yes.
the comments, and it's down here. It does look like a really, really fun story. I'm gonna go back at digital, of course, because I don't have any
And a
fucking room in
complete
this
story
place.
for $10.
Yeah,
Right?
the digital
So
copy, and it's 48 pages, and he's only charging $10 for the digital copy. That's crazy.
That's
He
really
crazy. And what was it, 15 for the print copy? Like
I didn't want to say
that's-
while I was here, but he's making us look bad.
He kind of is. Yeah, I was messing up my prices. We only charge $8 for a digital copy, unless it's got boobies in it, and then it's more than that because boobies cost extra. But as they should.
Hey, sex work is work.
Exactly. But yeah, like but like again, our books are 22 to 30 pages. So he's still kicking our butts. He's still making us look bad. And I did.
How dare he? He's so welcome back.
Right? Are you guys getting the Wolfwalkers kind of art style out of this? 'Cause, like, especially
A little bit.
The cover, the cover with the
like
guy and the girl.
Wolfwalkers was going for like a Celtic tribal look.
Yes.
Oh, that one. Yeah. No.
Yeah, and there was another one that was made by the same studio, and it was like the boy, the horse, the bird, something. And I can't remember,
Again, a
but
very stylized.
another. Yeah, it's like it's very flat and 2D, and yet somehow it is not.
Lively.
Anyway, highly recommend you watch those two. We should do the Wolfwalkers for a story.
I haven't seen the other one, but I think we've seen Wolfwalkers. I'd watch it again.
I love Wolfwalkers.
I thought we.
I want to hear if Amanda has anything bad to say about Wolfwalkers.
I mean, I'd have to watch it.
There's definitely bad things
Very
about it.
heavily colonialism
Yeah.
coded.
But
so
like that's the
gonna be some
storyline. I
feels.
mean, like you can criticize that it's about colonialism, but like that's the story,
Put it on the
and
list.
like that's the whole like it's not the antagonist, but it's the antagonist. Colonialism is the antagonist. So anyway, I found plenty wrong with it, so I have no doubt that you could find something wrong with it because you are more perceptive than I am. But anyway, I had another thought and I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what it is now.
What was the book you thought I should read?
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's a one of those bodice ripping, women smut or smut novels, and it's. I'm conflicted about it. We can talk about it a little bit next week or the week after when we have a little bit of extra time. We can talk about it on the show. But like, I don't want to say anything about it yet because I'm extremely conflicted about it.
Okay.
And it's a 400-page book, so
Sweet.
it's a bit to get through. It took me a few days of reading to get through it.
That would be about 4 hours for me.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
I'm an annoyingly fast reader.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair.
And you can multitask.
I think.
We'll
I
be on the
think I
couch
have
and like, I'm watching this thing intently, and
Yeah.
she'll just be reading quickly through something, and then she'll look and be like, "Oh, the show did this or that." And I'm like, "Oh, you did both."
I'm
didn't
not
notice
okay.
that
I'm
cat
not
was pawing at me.
quite that good, but I am one that likes. It's an ADHD thing. I know it is because I want the TV on while I'm doing other stuff. Otherwise, I can focus on neither. Jeffrey he hates that. He's like, how can you do anything when you've got the TV on? And I was like, you don't understand. I need that for like background operations for my brain so that I can focus on.
Oh, I can change people's stuff.
Yeah,
Look
Did
at
you put a
Amanda's,
badger
subtext.
behind your name? That's not a Wolverine. That's a badger.
It was the closest muscle that I could find.
Okay. So we have material. We're gonna so next week Ed and Dash are back. We're gonna talk about Wicked, the movie
Two.
parts, and then we're gonna go to their show and talk about the song parts. Wicked, what is it called? Wicked.
Wicked 2.
It's just called Wicked 2. I thought it was like Wicked the second part or something.
I don't know if it has a subtitle.
Oh,
but
Wicked
something
for
called
Good. It's called Wicked for Good.
Okay, Wicked 2, Wicked for Good then.
But yeah,
'cause,
Wicked 2. We did Wicked 1 earlier this year. I don't remember when it was, but
Yes.
next Wicked. And then, after Wicked, we get to do Christmas Movie Madness. And we open it up big with a double feature of Die Hard and Love Hard, which was that a suggestion by Amanda/Steph?
Love Hard
I
was.
think-
That was my suggestion, yeah.
Yeah, and
The double fat.
And Steph was very excited about that idea because she wants to come, so she's going to be coming to talk with us about that.
Excellent.
I've seen Die Hard 8 million times, right? But I have not seen Love Hard even once. So,
You know,
um,
I'm not
It's
a
on
huge fan of
Netflix if
rom-coms,
y'all
and
wanna-
I enjoyed that movie. It does well.
okay, that's interesting.
It has some embarrassment
fun.
humor, which I do not like, but a lot of them do, so fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of the in rom-coms tend to be embarrassment humor. It's
Yes, they
interesting,
do.
isn't it? To show that,
Yeah, it is
these insanely gorgeous people are just humans like us.
Yeah.
My arm
Anyway.
is not long enough for the jerk-off motion that is inside my heart. Anyway, so come back for Wicked, and then if you want to suggest a Christmas movie, I think we have one more slot, maybe 2 more slots that we've got to fill because I put in placeholders, but only Love Hard, Die Hard double feature, and then the one that I can't remember the name of. Those are the only 2 that I actually put into stone that I agreed to, like that we all collectively said yes, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can suggest a bad Christmas movie or a good Christmas movie. I'd love to see a good Christmas movie, like a truly, genuinely good Christmas movie. It probably doesn't exist.
I mean, if we want to branch out and you want a bad movie, there is the Hebrew Hammer for Hanukkah.
The what?
The Hebrew Hammer.
I have questions.
You should. You should.
I didn't need any suggestions on a bad movie either.
But you like bad movies.
But see, now I'm curious.
Uh-huh.
What's the Hebrew Hammer? This sounds like a superhero movie of a Jewish superhero. Like it should be a good movie, but I just know from your tone of your voice that it's not.
It is not a superhero movie.
Ooh, just look at the cover art for it. They're
Oh no.
I don't think I'd enjoy it.
All right. Let's all go for the evening. Yes. So come back next week for Wicked and Ed and Dash, and we'll see you. We'll see you then.
See ya.
I'm gonna go and sleep and shit because I gotta sleep. Not and shit. Like I don't also have to shit. I just want to go to sleep. Like really soon. Okay. Bye everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.